Jason, just wanted to show you this video quick of my Ford. Like I said, 2000 F350, got the 19.5 wheels, 60-gallon RDS fuel tank. I installed airbags for the rear axle. Got them installed right there for. Got a backup camera, but airbags so far they've been so good, no issues. Couple T's. I know it's up to you if you want to do a single or like joint or not joint airbags, but I got mine joint, never gave me any issues. And for the seat, got some running lights, kind of seeing the water reflection. Then when I turn my turn signals, you kind of strobe across. Anyways, the biggest thing I want to tell you about is the seat. It's a low profile seat. The seat comes with a bracket. The bracket I cut at the carpet and I mounted the bracket to the body of the truck, and the seat is mounted to the bracket. And for air supply, I literally installed a quick connect, well, not a quick connect in this case, but just a Schrader valve connection, and I simply use my little compressor that I plug in, like a tire inflator compressor for the air supply, and then this line goes to my rear airbag seat. Rear airbags, if I need to, inflate them or deflate them, I have access to them right here instead of going outside. For my bed, I got it set up this way. Took my passenger seat, put it right here, because I'm 6'3", so I fit lengthwise instead of sleeping across. I sleep this way, and it's my little setup, man. I'll go around and show you the other side too. But the seat is an Indian Chief, whatever. Couple adjustments here, up and down. It was an old dump truck seat. The seat also adjusts, so you can adjust your lumbar, not lumbar, but your thigh supports. Anyways, there's 3 notches. You can adjust higher, lower. I keep mine in the highest setting because of my leg length. And this is how I get in. Still got a couple inches of headroom. I can deflate it if I want it to be a little bit lower. And same thing with an inflation, just simply pick it up. For what I would recommend is getting, I got a trans temp, exhaust temp, and oil pressure gauge. Same thing I got here. This is a more accurate exhaust temp, and my boost gauge. Get one of these guys, scan gauge. They will tell you your trans temp, your miles per hour, your voltage, MPGs. You can set it up to exact engine, 7.3, do the whole 9 yards. Tapped into my exhaust brake or exhaust back pressure valve, so I got that on the switch. A couple things, my chip, my air horn. This switch controls the lights that I ran to the cab, into the bed. This switch is for my turbo timer saver, so if I shut my truck off or come to a stop, press the button, take my keys out, the truck will shut off and it's by itself in like 2 to 3 minutes. There's also a hidden switch underneath there for theft prevention. If I flick the switch, nobody will ever start my truck. But yeah, my GPS, Garmin Trucker GPS. Like I said, I don't use this truck for hauling across the road, but I have used it a couple times. So kind of just keep it clean, keep it nice. Got my tire pressure monitoring. But yeah, so very, very simple. The truck does go I mean, that's a truck. That seat goes back and forth. So when you're hitting, jerky pavement, and your truck is making your truck bounce back and forth, you know how it can take your breath sometimes out by, having a regular seat in here. But this thing goes up and down. I cut down my bump stops a little bit, and this is how much room I got to play. Obviously, when I sit, it sits a little bit lower, about halfway. Very, very simple setup, and like I said, nothing to it, man. Just get the bracket, bolt the bracket to your body, and bolt the seat to it. Make sure you get a low profile seat with this kind of design or similar to this design. I'll show you another seat of my Ram, but you got your shock, you got your airbag, and that's it, man. That's all there is to it. So like I said before, the switch is for I got LED lights in the back of my bed that I can turn on. Some of them are not working properly. I got half of my keys on, but have lights in that one got unglued. But then I got this guy that plugs into my trailer. I got some LED lights in my trailer, so that way I can work at night if I have to. Loading and unloading. Come on this side, I'll show you my bed. Plenty of storage for whatever. And same thing on this side, plenty of storage for all your activities. I usually put my tool bag right in front. So that's how I got everything set up. Mattress, just I had 2 3-inch mattresses, or I took one big thing and cut it in half, make it work. So I have a cutout right here. So this is a little bit narrower. It's fine for my legs, and then for my shoulders, there's a little more space up here, so fit better. And then a little like an air mattress, and then I got foam on top of the board. I got carpeting under layman foam. Let's see, I probably can't get you to the hood, but yeah, you get the point. It's pretty simple. Got some newer taillights, really nice bright LED reverse lights. That guy you don't have to really worry about. Some people say don't change them because they might leak water inside, so just leave it alone. But yeah, the programmer is nice. I keep it at like 50 horsepower. So if I am, wakes the truck up just a little bit. I'm always watching my trans temps, and this is a very good tool. I mean, it literally will always tell you exact number for your trans temp, and very, very important. I got this AutoZone. I think it was like $100 some bucks. Very good investment. For my backup camera, I got just a mirror with the cam. I literally keep it plugged in if I want to plug it in. And I got a backup camera and a forward camera recording at all times when I'm driving. Well, like I said, 19.5-inch wheels, and you can get these with the regular bolt pattern for your regular, 350 F350. Under the hood, I got just your riffraff intake. I got a DB 3-inch or 3.5-inch inlet, bigger turbo with a bigger wastegate. If your truck does not start in the cold, a lot of times it's not your glow plugs, it's your glow plug relay. That guy sitting right there, not this guy, but that guy. That relay set is, you can get them on Amazon or whatever, but they all work really well. Just if it hesitates when it's cold outside, replace that guy. And then my exhaust back pressure valve, that's the wire running right there, the red wire. It literally sits underneath there's a sensor underneath there somewhere. I've already forgot. Tapped into one of the sensors. Jason, if you're interested in that, you can always just look it up. There's a guy on YouTube that made a good video about that. But it's exhaust back pressure sensor valve that you can have an exhaust brake on your Ford. I don't use it often, just in emergencies if I'm coming to a stop off the highway or whatever, and I'm heavy. It gives a little bit of assistance. I try not to rely on it because these trucks were not designed to have the transmission pushed backwards like that. So I also got my up pipes replaced to that design right there, baffle style. Prevents from having any kind of exhaust leaks for your turbo, so they can make sure it's running as efficient as possible as far as exhaust pressures on your turbo wheel. But yeah, pretty simple setup here. So anyways, love my truck. It's got 232,000. Had it for, I don't know, 4 years now. Don't drive it much, but just enough to, you know, keep it alive and keep the loads going. If I have to go pick something up, I just use it as a truck. Otherwise I have other vehicles in the garage. But anyways, that's my Ford. The Ram, I want to show you a similar setup. I actually had a custom bracket made so that the seat could mount to the, like the bracket was mounted to the original seat holes of the cab. So no customization or no drilling into the cab. But the bracket, 1/4 inch steel, same thing in the back. I made cutouts so that everything fits. My vent for my floor heat is still connected. Again, just to bolt up to your original seat mounts. And same thing here, I got actually quick connect and a Schrader valve. It's not really, there you go. And yeah, and this one is, I mean, I bought it brand new. Did not come with a bracket. Actually, yeah, I don't think it came with a bracket, but actually I think it did. So this bracket did come with the seat. So a lot of times these seats do come with these brackets. The biggest thing is just don't get a seat. I mean, obviously you got room right here. Don't get a seat that's like a regular semi seat. You got to be a low profile, like a low style seat. Again, the seat moves forward and backwards, up and down. Couple different, you know, adjustments here. And same thing, I mounted it. You got plenty of clearance here. Close the door. You have plenty of clearance here. The seat belt still works. All the seat belt buckles bolt up to these seats, so your factory seat belt buckle will bolt up, and you just, you know, and goes up and down with your seat, so you're not gonna be like squishing yourself if you're bouncing on a highway. So anyways, 146,000 miles on this guy. Yeah, simple setups, both of them just on regular, you know, air compressors. But I see you driving your truck all the time on a highway, man, and this is a game changer, man. Like, this thing will cushion a lot of the bumps that your body is experiencing. I mean, if I could only show you. So the way I get in my truck, I'm still standing. Still standing. Get in. Plenty of clearance. Plenty of headroom. I mean, there's bounce to it. I don't know how much the camera's picking up, but there's bounce to it. Goes back and forward. Adjust the steering wheel. Still got plenty of room for steering. And also you sit up a lot higher, so you got better visibility of the road and everything around you. So that's pretty much it, man. I hope this was a little bit of assistance to you. Hope it helps you. But yeah, plenty of headroom. You don't have to worry about that. And like I said, I'm 6'2", 6'3", and when I sleep in this, you know, this direction, my feet don't hit the airbag, and I got about 2 inches between my head and the back wall. So, and also these mirrors. I wired up these mirrors. I know you mentioned it in your truck. Had them for 3 years. Pretty much zero accident, you know, sunburning or whatever you call them. Everything works perfect. I got my running lights, my blinkers, my heat attached, everything wired up to it. The truck originally did not come with none of that stuff. Had to tap into some switches, some fuses, some wires, run through the, but everything works like it should. And they weren't nothing expensive, man. They were just eBay mirrors, and I'm very satisfied with them so far. No issues at all. So again, sorry for Raj, but just wanted to send you my little video. I don't really YouTube or anything like that, but yeah. All right, man, good luck to you. Take care.